Hello everyone, this is my video on the Archangel Feast Day, September 29th, 2023. So this video is for my YouTube channel. I did make another video on it that I will share. So in this imagery you can see I wanted to put something together. I have the background as this red candle in space, and then around it I have Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, then Archangel, a representative of Archangel Raphael. So I tried to find images of them. And then the two flowers on the top is supposed to be, um, and I don't know why. My brain is like, what? But it is Angelica, and I know it too. And then you'll see Lily of the Valley to the left. And then you see all these candles, different candles. Okay, two different photos of candles, of a whole bunch of candles in glass containers, right? And I love those votive candles, those 7-day candles. And I think one of them is like smaller or shorter candles. Now, in my other video, I lit a tea light candle, and I love doing that because it won't burn for such a long time. And I absolutely love 7-day candles, but not all of us can be home the whole time. And if you have a spacious place where you could put it there, and nowadays we can have cameras on so we can like actually see what's going on, and you don't have pets to knock it over, so there's so much concern. That's why I love tea light candles, or tea leaf candles, whatever you want to call them. I love votive candles as well because it will get the work done. And I feel like if it burns for like an hour or 3 hours, at least 3 hours, or even doesn't matter the duration of time, but at least a little bit more than 3 hours, it's really good. Even an hour, really good, holding that energy, holding that space. So I love working with candles. If you can, you can mentally light one in your mind, okay? And I just think that that's powerful. I just thought of something, but I'll share that in another video about visualization and the mental work of that. And it's just really powerful. So let me start with Archangel Michael, okay? Because Archangel Michael is known as the leader of the angels. But before that, let me start with, it's a feast day for Archangel Michael. And I want to make sure that I pronounce this correctly. So it's also pronounced Michaelmas. So the Archangel feast day is also called Michaelmas, like Michael Mass, kind of like Christmas or Xmas, right? So if you haven't seen the spelling, at least you know what I'm referring to. So the feast for Saint Michael, right? Now this originated way back um, when the church started, but a lot of people that are either like Christians, but you also have it intermixed with other spiritual practices. And I don't want to go into the history of all that, but with Christianity going all over the world, right, in short, it is blended into other practices as well. And the angels are not just for one like religion. They've always existed before religion. So no matter what, people will still recognize them. And this is a popular festival, if you will, to have observation and show gratitude to the angels, because they're always there for everyone, no matter what your tradition is, okay, and your practices. So for September 29th, it's practiced in the West to recognize Michaelmas, and we recognize all the three archangels, and you can recognize all the other angels as well. And in order, it's Archangel Michael as the leader of the angels, okay? So with the Archangel Feast Day, we are we are reminded of the purpose of the angels. So why are we having a feast day? We're remembering that purpose of them, and they're like created to be like endless beings, right? Like Archangel Michael, Saint Gabriel, and Saint Raphael, right? So they're also archangels as well. You see them referred to as saint, and they all have specific roles, okay, in the scriptures and also in Catholic tradition, and celebrating them and recognizing that they're here to help guide and protect us. And they have three very important roles for us and for the world and for life, the universe, whatever you want to call it. Now, with Archangel, I'm going to start with Archangel Michael. Okay, so Archangel Michael, he is the spiritual warrior, the leader of the angel, goes into battle for good versus evil, and is the champion of justice. He's also a healer of the sick and a guardian of you can say the church, but all spiritual places, like just, guardian of, where our life is, right? And as far as we understand it, right? So he is always represented as like overcoming good, overcoming evil. His color is blue or royal blue. Willpower, like I said in my last video, days of the week is Monday or Tuesday, and Angelica is the flower associated with him. Okay, now for Gabriel. All right, and there's so much that I could say, right? But I want to not keep the video like too long. So for Gabriel, Gabriel is meaning, name is strength, or God is my strength. So when you know the meaning, it really draws more power when you're praying, which for me, like praying is saying how you feel, and then when you're ready to manifest, you're focusing on the goal you want. So you speak out your manifestation. So with Archangel Gabriel, God is my strength, God is my hero is the meaning. And Gabriel color is associated with white. Flower is lily, lily of the valley, associated with purity and messages. And another flower is violet, and the day of the week is Friday. And today is Friday, and I'm making this video under that full moon in Aries. And Friday is also associated with love. So Gabriel, you can use them to send the message of love to yourself more in your daily manifestation to someone that you love. So there's many different ways once you know the meaning to really incorporate it in your prayer, in your practice, your own healing work. All right. And when you really connect to that energy of the angels, and even if you do it in song, it's very powerful. It's a very high energy, and you can like really feel it. Now the third is Raphael, Raphael. So let's go to that. Now with Raphael, Raphael is often pictured in green as representing healing. Okay, and God heals is what Raphael means. And Raphael governs healing, also protection, and journey. So if you're on a journey, if you're going through a healing process, if you're, traveling, even you can use Archangel Raphael, just like you can use Archangel Michael. Archangel Raphael colors emerald green, healing, so you can use your visualization a lot with Archangel Raphael. Angelica flower is what he's associated with, and Wednesdays. Okay, today is Wednesday. So visualization, I really want to say, is so powerful. So even if you don't have like a lot of like food to put out, or like, vegetables, fruits. I always like to see fruits on altars, with candles, offerings, and photos. Work with what you have. It could be something so simple, like just a bowl or a glass of water. Nothing has to be what someone else has. You start where you are and you're showing gratitude. And you could have nothing but dirt and just your hands to the ground in like prayer or manifestation or releasing, crying, letting go, whatever your practice is. There's no right way of doing it. You just feel with your heart and you're present in the moment, right? And you're showing gratitude to the the angels, you're showing gratitude just for life itself and everything. So you can really tap into that energy and just do it your own way. Even if you have nothing to light, you can just sit and talk out how you feel and express how you feel. So that's very powerful, right? So I just wanted to share that with you. Also, another day to observe these three angels and all the angels as well is on November 8th. That's more like the Eastern or Orthodox tradition. Okay. Um, Also, in my research, what I found is that um, the Ethiopian Orthodox, they will observe the angels on the 12th of each month. So I don't know much about that, but I just thought that was beautiful. Okay, so I'm just sharing that. And yeah, it's just a beautiful practice to recognize. And I think it's so important where a lot of spiritual people, I just use that term, share the fact that, hey, angels is for everyone. Whether you believe them or not, they're going to help you. It's just like that's what it is. And angels can represent different beings that we don't understand that show up and help us when we most need it. And I am grateful. I'm extremely grateful. I'm extremely grateful. And other people that experience angels and receiving help and guidance are completely grateful. I'm going to get emotional and start crying, but I really love these feast days, and I never make a lot of videos on my channel about it because I'm usually busy, or and when I recognize it, I do my own thing, and I'm just sharing right now, right? So yeah, it's a great day to just observe that and sit in that. You can do it your own way. I love to listen to music singing in Latin, and um, I like it the traditional way, but I like it more with like a beat to it, So there's people being very creative that are making music that you can enjoy it, and it's not just like, oh, like you're just standing there stiff, but it has a good beat to it. And there was a song out, and I can't think of the name of the song now, but they sing it in Latin, and um, I mean, I could look it up and mention it, but I don't want to bother. But it's just beautiful because it makes it relatable to now, and how you can use sound and singing. And especially when a language is old, the older the language, the more powerful it is. But also, the amount of people that have said a particular prayer makes it so strong. So even if you are a spiritual person, you can still use different prayers and different scripture because it's powerful, and it can be used in the way that you interpret it. And there's a more powerful way, I feel, of using different, and I'm going off on a different topic, but maybe it's meant for another video, but there's different ways of recognizing the power of different written words. And it can really have true meaning. And once you're ready to open up to that, it is even more powerful. So I'm just going to leave there. But whatever you're going to do, even if you're watching this video tomorrow, you can still light a candle and still do the observation for the last day. The 30th is the last day in September, so you could totally do that. So if you like this video, I'll definitely make more because I definitely want to. It's just finding the time. And even if I don't make a video, I'm doing something on my own. That's just it for years, for, over like 2 decades, So I'm very reluctant. I think it's my Scorpio placement. Very reluctant to share everything. But yeah, I'm just stepping more into that. So yeah, it's one of my favorite days of observation, and you can find out so many different ways to connect with the angels, because you could be studying something for a long time or think you know something for a long time, and then you find out something new, or an association, a connection to something, and you're like, wow, this was probably the right time for me to realize this. So I'm just going to leave it at that. It's a long enough video, but definitely use what you have and find different things that you could place on your altar, light your candles, make your meditation, your manifestation, and in the comments, just share your own positive and creative ways of connecting. But I have to say, I like my little collage here. It's freaking awesome. I love it. It's big. It's big. It's not little. I love it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And like I said, light a candle in your mind, visualize, even use this image as your altar, and set your positive, good intention, because that's the only way it will work. It's just a protective energy and image, and it's only accepting positivity and empowerment and protection and healing and guidance and messages and love. So that's what these three archangels are representing, from the highest good, and very powerful, because just their mere presence, and I've been watching videos, I think for the last 3 weeks, it's been popping up on one of these channels that I watch, and or platforms rather that I watch. And when they appear, they don't appear like we see them on the image here. Sometimes they can appear anyway, but they can appear as a big kind of circle, big eyes, wings, just different kind of movement and circular movement in different motions, different directions. Um, just like a big sphere and of different movements, and even the clouds are in it, and light and shining and shimmer. So there's different ways that you see them, and that's why they always say when they present themselves to you, do not fear. And even in their voice, you won't fear it, and your body might feel afraid at first, but then you feel still, like you can't move and calm, from what I've heard. um, for me, I was like joking to my girlfriend saying, they don't need to scare me. Just like, appear as a cat, dog, I don't know what, but nothing scary. But, you know, they'll show up when needed, and also just not even appearing to you and just being there, or as sending a person. It could work in different ways. So I love talking about the angels. I love learning about them. And I love the feast day. I love feast days for different energies, I like to say, right? Different reasons. It's all a different way of channeling and connecting to what's already within us, but what kind of creates us, guiding us, protecting us, observing us. What do we know, right? So it's just all beautiful. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next feast video that I decide to make. Peace.